What's up, nerds? Welcome to an Elin playthrough. Today we're going to go through a rather difficult start. I'm going to do a race joueur here, and what that's going to give me is a little bit of efficient feeder, traveling chef, and stealth and spot hidden. And I'm going to make a thief on this playthrough. I'm going to do two one-handed short swords, and I am going to have no followers, no summons. So this is going to be about as difficult as you can possibly get. I'm going to blast through a lot of this stuff, and if you're interested and you have questions or anything like that, let me know down below. I'm going to use some save scumming type stuff in this playthrough. If you don't like that kind of stuff, you can go without it. But this is a very, very difficult playthrough that I'm going to start here. I'll probably die quite a few times, and I need to get my appropriate weapons early on, stuff like that, because I'm not going to have any mount or anything like that, and I'm just going to show you guys a playthrough that is something that can get you rolling. So this will be episode 1, and if there is a lot more interest in this kind of thing, I'll play this character some more. But I'm going to put this up, see what y'all think. So, early game, this is how you start out, and I'm just going to run through it and react as we go. So I got this kind of idea after playing a mage character, which sorry, wait 1 second. I played a mage character, which did have a lot of summons and followers, great mounts, right, characters. I'm not really sure how far this is going to be able to take me, but let's see how far we can get. Let's see if we can get through some of the voids solo. Completely solo. So we have our axe already. And axe is going to go, and all of our tools are going to go down here. Which, this is the hotbar for where all of your non-weapons will go. Because just as you start out here, all of your weapons and stuff will go into this one. So, all this stuff is movable. If you don't like where it is, move it around. And like I said, I'm going to be blasting through this. Just finishing these quests, you'll see them popping up over here. Blasting through them. I've done it before. So, if you're wondering what I'm up to, I'm going to take the help of a frontier inspector, Loitel. And of course, if you want to, when you're going through, you can, read the stuff and understand what the story is. That just for the sake of this playthrough, it's more just to show people, how to start, how to get rolling, and how to do it fast, right? So here, they gave us drafting table, mason's table, stone cutter. That's great. We're gonna put these here. She gave me some lock picks and this chest, which is actually lock picking level 50. So we can't open that yet. So I'm just gonna take this and chuck it right over here. And real quick, what I'm gonna do since we've finished this quest is I'm gonna go into my journal, my character, and change my strategy. I'm just gonna whip my strategy over to Predator for a little bit right now. Predator is just a little bit different than Fighter. Fighter, you are not going to be using any of your kind of sub spells, whereas Predator, you still will. So, as you'll see, I'm going to add like a couple melee kind of spells that go with dexterity, like a poison arrow, stuff like that, that I can cast as I'm, so I can burn some of my mana.
Chuck all these at this boar. We'll get closer. There we go. And the bear's helping me out here. Unfortunately, can't stop him. He's not in my group, but he saw me. He saw me hanging out. Yes, he's not even with me here, so. Okay, call. Well, actually, not restrained. Not restrained. We'll grab the gallows. We'll
She wants me to go get the puppy. I also have to do a couple things to craft. So I'm just going to chop a couple trees. Realistically, we need some grass. I need a bed pretty quick. I am using a couple mods. This one is auto act, just to save your wrist on some clicks. And you can see we are tired here. I'm going to move some of my widgets around. So you go to widgets after hitting escape. And then you can move some of these things. I like my info to be over here. I like this to be in the center. I like my health to kind of be up in the middle and stuff. And my hover guide to kind of show right over here. I also like my text to be up top. And I don't need the clock. It's not useful. I'll move my quests and my feed. There, that looks a little bit nicer to me. This I'll change to just make double rows, so it's just a little menu that I can just drop up here. And then my feet stay right there. There, just looks a little bit nicer to me. I'm gonna keep rocking and rolling though. And what I'm doing is I'm just picking up stuff that I know I will be needing, which is like leaves, vines, wood, and tufts of grass. So I know that if you hit B, that's where this menu will come up. And we're just going to put a couple of these things on favorite, which is just middle mouse button. And we're going to go to quick craft. And we need a workbench. That's going to hurt me a little bit. Okay, she's just explaining how to use stuff. You can read through that. I don't know if this is going to kill me or not. Let's give it a try. We're fine. Totally fine. Not even close. Go to sleep. Now I have a bed in my inventory, so when I hit F5, which is my autosave and rest, I'll go to sleep like that. So now, what we need to do is create a workbench and report back to Ashland. So bada bing, bada boom. That was a good amount of money, right? So I'm just gonna pick all these flowers again. All I did was click the yellow flowers, and I'm just gonna chuck these in here. Bam. That's gonna help out. The seeds for berries and stuff, I'm just gonna chuck in there too. I don't need them right now. And we need vines. So we'll get these kind of more jungly looking vines here. These plants. And we needed to make a what? I forgot already. Look at me go. Oh, just a little house. Okay. So we'll make some friggin' grass walls. 6 leaves isn't enough. Let's just make all this. We need more leaves. Oh, make sure you have your axe out. That's going to help a lot. If not, it'll just take a lot more of your energy. And I think it is worth noting that like I did say in my previous video, the first 90 days of the game, if you do die and you're like, oh my gosh, I've died, this is terrible, it's not that big a deal. There's no death penalty for 90 days. So, you know, don't be so worried about it, I guess. You know, learn the game a little bit, have some fun with it. I'm going to just go ahead and
Include this other stuff in my perfect little house here. This always happens for some reason. And then we'll put the door on. Bam, we got a house.
that's all it takes. And we'll hit N. It'll auto dump all the stuff that we had right into here. Fantastic. And then did we have to go to Ashland for that? No. There he is. And we'll go ahead and grab all this stuff. Signboard workshop, wall torch, both good. Hit N, drop this stuff off. Room plate and the house plate we're just going to chuck in here. These things are for editing your house. I'm not going to use them right now. I'm not going to worry about that too much till later. Training dummy is great because when I get a couple swords, I can increase some of that efficiency with those swords. Okay, we're exhausted.
Alright, let's get some berries. We're hungry. Some cream. Here we go. We got charisma potency on these bad boys. You can see we're filled. Yeah, that's good.
So really right now what we want to do is we want to get ourselves a couple of our starter weapons, which I also would like to do light armor this game, which is actually pretty difficult. You need to stay under a certain weight of total items in your inventory that are equipped. And I believe that's including weapons. So, that is what our goal is. We have to stay under a certain weight with everything.
We got a delivery. Is that a box? Does not. That's okay. This is just to teach you some of the stuff.
Also really nice to have bandages. Your character generally will auto-use them. But if you find yourself in a tough spot, you can just right-click them, use them. So let's just take a look at what we need, right? So the first thing we need is a sawmill. I have the stuff for that. We're just going to make it. And we'll put our manufacturing stuff over here. So the second thing we need is a carpenter's table and a tinker's table. So carpenter's table we'll start with first. We need some planks, right? One piece of wood, which these are all in my inventory in my box here. So I'm going to take these oak logs, just turn them to boards on the sawmill we just made.
Put those away for now. We're gonna need more. I know that. So let's actually put these stone pebbles in here too. We don't need those anymore. We're not doing throwing at all. We're doing two one-handed short swords.
And as you see, as we're going along, from time to time, you'll see that we're just kind of leveling some stuff up. That's good. That's the goal. Ooh, look at this. If you got a guy who you feel is a little too difficult for you at this start like this, just run back to these two. They'll kill it for you. I don't have my weapons yet. I'd like to before I start trying to kill stuff. These guys I should be able to take down pretty easily. They popping out of trees. That's okay. Also, if you want some extra wood, these two shipping crates are going to give you these oak planks too. Helpful.
Them boys really, stank it up. And we're just kind of picking up random stuff. And this is actually going to help with...
I know we're going to need sticks too. I'm just going to go ahead and knock those out now. That's putting branches on the sawmill. And there we go. Rest again with whatever your rest key is that you prefer. But having that bed in your inventory is just awesome for that. So we want to get back up to filled. So we want this carpenter's table now. There we have it. This thing can help us make a bunch of stuff, but realistically what we need is a chair and a desk. So we'll just go ahead and put one more oak log in here. And we need a desk. And a chair. And why do we need that? Because that's what the Tinker's table requires. And you'll see that in a second. So Tinker's table requires some kind of table with some kind of chair and then bones, which you can be grabbed from right here. And again, I'm using auto act there to save myself a lot of clicks. And now we have enough to build the Tinker's table. We'll just go ahead and put that down. So now what our goal here is to get to this mason's table. And we need stone. And we need planks. So we need a stone cutter, so we need some planks and a nail for that. So we are going to be able to make the nail out of these bones, but however we need some planks again. So we'll just use the oak logs, all of them. Why not?
Oh, we're getting hurt again. Okay. Whoops. The stone cutter, we need one nail. Okay, we're getting hurt, so we're going to take a
And this is a really great start. So we haven't ventured outside our base at all yet. It's a good spot to look back at kind of what we've got. I've got my stone cutter all prepped up here already. This is a really nice start to the game. And at this point now, I did pick up some stones previously. I can cut some of these. And there we go. Now we can make the mason's table. We were able to make the planks off of the sawmill and the cut stones off of the stone cutter. And we'll go ahead and make that. And this is where we're going to hit a little bit of scumming. We need stone weapons. We need 2 of them. And I want to use, to increase quality, a better stone if I can. Easier said than done. We have to get lucky. So, let's try to do just that. Let's try to get lucky. I'm going to go out. And do I dare go to the puppy cave? Okay, this is risky. And what I'll do is, now that we're in here, I'm just going to go ahead and hit a save. Because I might die right now, right? But what we're looking to get is possibly some basalt. Okay, that could have been a basalt stone. You know, something a little bit stronger would be great.
That's her letting me know she can pick the herb. This guy's gonna kill me. Nope, we're good. Okay. So here is a stone. This is just gonna end up being granite. We did get more granite. That's fine.
Always collect the cobwebs in here. You can turn them into bandages, which is what we are using. And we got some scraps there. That's not bad. Oops. And the vines. I always pick those here at the beginning too. Bones are iffy. Okay, see if this guy kills us. We're looking to be in trouble here. So, we bit off more than we could chew. That's unfortunate. We're just going to go to a surrounding tile here and try to get these guys to chase us a little bit. There's a crab. Definitely can't kill the crab. Okay, the yeek we can take out. Here's another stone. This guy's gonna steal some of our stuff, so we actually... Okay, he stole something off of us. He stole all of our lockpicks. So, we gotta get him back, or we'll have to load. We gotta find him.
There he is. Is that him? Okay, he went over here. Now I missed where he went. What a jerk. Absolute jerk. The gnomes at this level are a pain. They'll steal your stuff. Crab. Snail. There he is. Okay, he's gonna give us our... That was a different one. Okay, the hermit crab we can't kill. This guy is gonna be okay.
And why we cannot kill the hermit crab, his defensive value is crazy and we can't do any magic yet. Okay, we got some silt. And we might... Oh, there he is. Come here, you little jerk. Ugh, where'd he go? What a little nightmare.
Hermit crab still chasing us around. There he is. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wait, did he go back up here? Oh, no, no. I'm not seeing where he's going every time. But... Okay, we're actually just gonna load. Quick load. Grab a couple rocks. Okay, we got some strategy there. That's fine. We're just going to go to a different tile. See if we can get lucky. Find a couple stones. Go ahead and grab the bones too. Oh my, this could be tough. So the performers kind of run, and they do actually a lot of damage. At this point, okay. A puppy there. There's a limestone. That's good. Okay, another stone. That's just another granite stone. That's fine.
Okay. Oh, this could be iffy. These bats are actually really hard to hit. We got him pinned against the edge here, but he might kill us. We finally hit him. And currently we are just using our fists to fight. Can we pick these up yet?
Okay, there's a gnome.
And I'm reading at the top. I moved my words, my log up to the top, so I can read. Um, Look at this guy. Okay. We ran into a problem. Let's just get out. Let's see if we have enough for a sword. Okay, we have enough for a stone weapon. We're just going to go ahead and save. I'm going to craft. We got a spear, right? So I'm going to load.
Try again. We got a long sword. Now I want short swords. And there's just a few different weapons you can get off of this. So this could take a second. And what I'll do is I'll...
Oh, never mind. We have a short sword there. Now, we don't quite have enough for another one, but we have an item now, so that is helpful. And we could actually make a bucket, too, out of some rosewood. We'll go ahead and do that. And that's going to be a headpiece we can put on our head. Just a bucket. Gives me some defensive value. Really lightweight. And we picked up this pillar because it sells okay at the start of the game. Okay, we got that limestone. That's nice. Oh, wait, I'm not sleepy? What? Oh. One of those stole my bed. I didn't even notice. Let's go find him.
Where'd he go? We got our short sword now. We ain't even worried about it. Oh, missed it again. And there's our bed back. Gnomes. Unreal. Okay. I'm just gonna shift click this. We're just gonna pick up as many stones as we can here. And that actually gives us enough. We're just gonna make it out of limestone.
Got some food. We have to stack them before it counts as 2. So now we have 2. Okay, we just need a string, which is why we picked all those vines. And save it again. We really want our 2 swords to start with. And you'll see now, this one's a limestone short sword. It does damage +1, hit +5. And this is a stone short sword. It does damage +1, hit +2. So they do about the same amount of damage. This one has a better pursues the target, but my limestone, because it's a harder material, does do some more damage. So worth noting for sure. Now, if you would like, you could just sit here and just train on this dummy. And what this is going to do, and actually what I will do to help out here, you can't see those, we'll put them here so you can see, is in my character menu, under skills, I hope you like my portrait. I'm going to add some stuff so you guys can watch. Lockpicking I think is cool. Pickpocketing we're going to use. Stealth's pretty neat. We'll keep it up there. And I would like dual wield and short sword to be up here just so you can see. Let's leave light armor and evasion up here too. And these are all right here. We'll pop them right there. You can see them as I'm leveling. So I'll train on this dummy and you can see these values going up as I'm training. I'll get tired. I'm exhausted. You can just sleep. Now, there's also important stats for your character. And I gained knowledge of poison arrow there. So, if I want to use that, I could favorite it. And if I don't want to use that, then you can go to your character menu, go to your strategy, click details, and you can use abilities not in your hotbar. Here's your hotbar, right? And you could say, Well, I only want to use favorited abilities. And make it faster, please. So, this is going to make it so you're only going to use abilities that have the little star next to them in your list automatically. So if I put a little star there, he'll use that now. Otherwise, he won't.
Yes, you can have a mushroom. These are just they're giving me mushrooms that are gonna make me hallucinate. So let's just get some cram instead. That did not give me anything. My harvesting skill's not super good yet, so that's okay. We got a couple blueberries now. That's helpful. See if we can get a different kind of mushroom.
That one. Ooh. So now you see, I used my poison arrow to kill that bat. It was because this is favorited. If I unfavorite that now, he's not going to use that at all. And I want to eat this. A little bit of perception and dex and perception potency. I'll get a little poisoning from that. That's okay. Those are good mushrooms for me. I am going to be running dexterity. And this corpse of this bat will give me strength, dexterity, and endurance. Those are all good stats for me. Now, it's important with your character, whatever you're doing, you level kind of your appropriate stats, and that comes with food eating. So, if you are a magic user, you'll want to learn magic in general. And you can tell what the spell uses based on if you mouse over the spell, you'll see this poison arrow attribute is dexterity. So the higher my dexterity, the more damage this does. And most of the healing spells will be will, and most of your casting spells will be magic. A lot of your summoning spells will be charisma. You just have to keep an eye. If you like a spell, then you want to be leveling that stat. We got 13 of 100. We can go ahead and read this letter and sell our flowers. Now, we want to get to 100 of creatures killed here, and we want to get the puppy. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to go get it. And I say try, because you never know. I'm going to go ahead and save it now, because if anything bad happens in here, I can always go back to that point. And you can see I've got my 2 one-handed swords now. Things are going to start going a little bit better for me. Now, if you are on a first playthrough or something like that, and you're watching this, you are not going to want to do a totally solo run. It doesn't make sense for a first playthrough. In fact, I've never seen somebody else, of all the videos I've seen or anything else, do a completely solo run, because it doesn't make sense for the game. I'm just doing it to have a little bit of fun and see how far I can get with it. A lot of the later Void stuff, especially, which the Void is an endgame dungeon, that's going to require characters that are followers. Require characters. This is going to be a good guy to level, because you'll see it'll take a long time to kill him. But if I switch on my poison arrow, then attack him, bam, gone. So they are very weak to magic, and that's how a lot of the enemies and stuff work in this game. Okay, I actually do have a feat point too. I'm gonna do easy sleeper. I like to do the increased stamina recovery fine, but the chance of learning a new recipe is big for really early. And what's kind of cool about me on this playthrough, as far as feats go, I don't have to worry about really any of the follower feats or summoner feats at all, right? Which are basically mandatory in other playthroughs. But standard way to play is is definitely with a mount, with a symbiote, so someone who's parasited onto you. And I would highly recommend to get symbiosis very early on, and I'll show you actually where to get that because I'll be heading there soon. Okay, I'm at a really good spot to save because we don't know what we're about to encounter. There is a boss at the bottom of this cave. We're also looking for the puppy still. Okay, so this is the end of the cave. I can't open it yet because there's still a boss. Usually you'll hear them come start stomping towards you. Okay, we are getting paralyzed, which is a bummer.
Did pretty well. However, okay, still 7 oak bandages, not bad. We've not found the puppy yet. Did we? Huh? Did I walk by the puppy and not even realize it? Yeah, we're in puppy cave.
There he is. I'll take you. Okay, we're actually going to evacuate. Because I don't want his help killing anything. And it takes a little bit. What I did was used a scroll of evacuation just to get me out of there. Because I want this puppy back home. And that gives us the cooler box, which is fantastic. Keep some of our food from spoiling, which is real good. Alright, tell the puppy to wait. Did I get something else? I think he wants me to make a hoe and a shovel, which is just farming tools, which actually we have some mushrooms already. And he'll give us recipes. So basically what we want to do is clear our land of any other stuff. So I'm just going around clearing all this stuff that I can. And what this is going to do is make it so I can grow things on my property. Your property has a total fertility. And you don't want your total fertility to be negative. You want stuff to be able to grow easily on your property. So by removing some of this stuff, we'll be able to actually make room for other things that we want to grow.
Okay, we got some silk there. We got some gems. We'll keep that seed on us. The herb we're going to just sell, actually. We still need our starting silver coins. Rosewood tree we're going to sell. We'll just chuck these in there. They're going to rot, but... And we need to get to our carpenter's table because we need a wooden box. So, we just need a nail.
And we got our wooden box. Just put this down. We have some other stuff still. What I'm doing is I'm clicking this button to share and allow my followers and everything to get into this box if they need to. You'll see all these things have a question mark near them. They need to be identified. However, we can also learn how to identify them ourselves. And we'll want to do that in order to level that skill. So, just start leveling it at least. He wants us to make farming tools, a hoe, and a shovel. So we're going to make a hoe. Then we need another string.
And we'll go ahead and take it.
I think my first playthrough of this game, I died so much and just had no idea what was going on that these kind of playthroughs helped me a lot. So hopefully this helps you out too. I want to explore. Neffia is going to give you a ring. That's going to give you defensive value. Developing my land will give you some beneficial stuff for that. Various places will give you travel boots and jobs you can't tell anyone about. I actually can't remember that either. I'm just going to I want to focus on developing my land and just see what that gives. So we got a resident ticket and we got a strange scroll, which we did get our shovel. He wants us to make a hoe also. So we'll go ahead and do that. Hoe, we need a nail. And we got our hoe. And I put all my tools right here. So, Loyal wanted me to do that. Oh, he's probably hanging out in this town, this little house that I made. There he is. So he's going to give me various seeds. And I know that there's 15 of them, plus I had one mushroom seed. So I'm going to plant all these, actually. And what I have is Auto Act Ally also. And that's what makes me able to do this, which will make me just shovel all of this. And I hold Alt to do that with my Auto Act mod. So that all this is doing is just making it so I don't individually have to click each and every one of these. Just saves on your wrist a little bit, really. Your wrist and your carpal. And we'll just do the same. Plow this area. And this is actually leveling our farming as we do this too. Now, in this game, if you would like to be a farmer and farm max your way to victory, you can do that. You can treat this game like Stardew Valley and level the heck out of it. And there's literally quests that you can do that are farming quests. You can go to towns and you can farm for them. And that is how some people do their playthroughs. So I'm just going to go ahead and plant these. Oh, Auto Act is not working because I'm tired. Now these are going to start to grow. I can't see my my fertility on my land just yet. Alright, we just cooked this bat, and we will eat it, along with some crim. Make ourselves filled. She's got another quest for us. Oh, our bear died at some point. He's not with us, good.
I still don't have my...
Tax application. So we just need to kill 100 creatures. I am going to do that first, before I go to the town.
I'm just going to wander around. And I'm also looking for... Nice. So we're able to... That might be difficult. Okay, got him. We have 6 bandages left, so just keep an eye on that.
Because, as you can see, while we're doing combat, he is automatically using his bandages, so that's super helpful. Oh, good, we got a treasure chest. This is a cotton robe. This could be pretty good. You could put this on. It is a risk. You see when I click it, it could go right here. We don't know what it does, though. So, it could be cursed. And curses are not too bad to remove, but they're just a pain in the butt. It's easier. Oh, he actually got an evolved crab here. He's level 22. I don't think we can kill him, but let's try. So what I did, because he's a crab, I just reactivated my poison arrow. Let's give it a shot. See, this is a really good way to level. So what I'm leveling actually is my dual swords. I'm leveling my short sword. I'm leveling my... there's another actual... And I'm just going to load this. There's another thing I'm leveling, which is... something I did not put on here, which is strategy. Which is the effectiveness of your strategy. So I was leveling my evasion, my light armor, my short sword, and my dual wield all at the same time while fighting that guy. But he's level 22. We can't kill him. He's just too strong right now. Like I said, this is going to be a more difficult playthrough. You might be able to kill him at this point because your pet that you took is a starter follower. And especially if it's the little girl, she's a wicked good tank for this early game.
But no matter what you pick, your followers will level. And it's just helpful. Got some rain cooking down here. Come here. Come here, you. Oh. Okay. You know where these bad boys go. Come here, you. Hey, got away. Did you steal something? I don't think so.
Not all the creatures you run into out here are going to be hostile. Just some of them. That Yeek just took off running. He's down. See, we just did level our strategy up. All my skill ups are going to show up on this left side here. He gave us some meat. It's worth mousing over each of these meats to see what they do. And there is actually a wiki, which I did show in my video. I would recommend. I have all of the wikis basically that you need for this early game linked in that video, which is just a rapid fire information video. So if you're interested in where all the wikis are, at least a lot of them, there's a lot of information for this game. So it can be overwhelming, but just take it a little bit at a time, right? You don't have to know everything right off the bat. And if you do, then do some research. So right now we're just fighting this crab. He is pretty weak when it comes to damage. We're going to burn through our oak bandages for a little bit, but I was just leveling some of my skills. You see I put on my poison arrow. He died instantly. So we are at... I don't know if we get...
We're at 53 of 100 hostile creatures. Pretty good. And that's just what I'm doing right now. And if I'm lucky, I'll get a luck shrine, because that is the first god that we want to be following. So, knock him out with that.
That's an altar of element. Altar of element, which is another god. And this is how you can get your god. He's paralyzing me. Okay. You go up to these altars, and you can basically worship and do offerings. And we don't have a high enough lock picking for this yet. It is locked. It stores 10 items. We are just gonna, I'm gonna take it with me. Because, oh, here's another one of these. Okay, so we also found an enlightenment shrine. These enlightenment shrines will drop a book, and this is a book of lockpicking, which we already know. We are apparently a professor of fighting bull. Fantastic. I don't remember picking that, but okay. And some of these books that you'll get will be very useful, especially if you don't have them already. Like, if that was a greater evasion book or something, that could be really good. We just happened to already know lockpicking on this playthrough, so. We got bloated there. And it might look like my axe is out, but I'm still using the stuff over here to attack.
Worth noting, I think. It can certainly look like... Oh, let's turn this off. It can certainly look like I'm attacking with this axe, but I'm not, actually.
Meow. The developer really likes cats in this game, so you can attack dogs and kill dogs and eat them, and that's okay. But if you attack a cat and kill it, you will lose karma. And if you eat cat meat, you will lose karma. Or if you are consuming cat eggs, you will lose karma also. I can't remember about milk necessarily. I think it does label milk as cat also. But I'm going to config this quick. And I'm going to do distribution higher. Let's just do 15. And we're going to do food. We're going to do don't put rotten items, only put items that decay. And now, whenever we pick up food, it's going to go into there. The reason I'm knocking out this quest right now, he's level 24, we're not going to mess with him just yet, is because we will get some silver coins that we're going to be able to take to the Tinker's Camp with us and level up some cool stuff, weightlifting, etc. And I'd like to, I mean, I could go up there and just show you what it looks like here. This is the Tinker's Camp, blah, 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 blah. They sell all kinds of stuff. Something you want to do when you come here is a delivery box. If you're carrying too many items, you can put it in here and they deliver it back to your base. Also, what it's going to do is give us a box that we can use as extra inventory space for now.
I remember there being a metal back here too, but I guess not. There's a cassette tape. Picking up cassette tapes is like a collectible.
And then also in these vases, it's worth smacking them apart. At the beginning, especially each time you come here, some things you can kind of take apart stuff when we want this home board. Now we have 13 of these gold bars, and that's what we're spending these on. So I really wanted a home board and a resident board. So I'm going to take those two things. I don't think I need any of this stuff just yet. Barrel processing machine. This will be food recipes. I recommend waiting to get these. They are 5 recipes for level 10, but get a few recipes first and then purchase those, because it'll just make it a lot easier to get a bunch of recipes. You don't necessarily need the recipes at this point of the game anyway. They can't do much.
You're mostly just going to be cooking the meat that you've got. We have no more bandages, so this could be iffy. Oh, who's going to do this? There we go. We're going to leave here. Head back home.
And that ding ding, that is actually this box. And it was sent to us. That was the vase that I put into that thing. And this box we can now put here and use as extra inventory. So, pretty helpful to just, we'll go ahead and put this chest down that we couldn't pick yet. And we'll grab our bill of 25 orens. We'll take that with us. This lock picking, I'm just going to sell. It'll sell okay. And we don't need it because it's going to be just me. You can give these books to your followers. Some of them do stuff. When you give them to your followers, gives them abilities that they can level up. Lockpicking, I don't think they can learn anything from. So I don't think that does anything currently in the version that I'm playing, which it is just about October for me, 2025. Now, this home board, what it did is it now shows us our fertility. We're -2. We want to correct that. And it also shows us our resident board. And what this resident board does is it shows your livestock. Okay, it shows any guests that are here, but it also shows your residents, okay, and what they do for work. So he needs a fishing sign to be able to fish. And he needs a gotcha machine, and then he can play gotcha. This guy's work is supervising. He gets administration +2 for this land. And then he has gardening. which is he wants a farm sign, and it will increase the fertility of this land. All of these jobs can be searched on a wiki, which if you type Elin resident jobs into Google and you click residents, then you can see what all these jobs do. I think that's pretty important. This quick Googling like that will show you. I don't think I went over that in my video. I tried to get over as much as I could, but that I didn't quite get to. So we're actually filled. We're up to 25 or 75 out of 100 for the creatures that we wanted to kill. And I'm just saving these grotesque offals and hearts because a really good way to make money. I'm going to put my resident ticket in here for now too. That just gives you a free resident off of this board. You can recruit. So if you have that resident ticket, when you click on them, you can say use your resident ticket or join us 6 gold bars. So it can just save you some gold bars there. Now we want to correct the fertility. So I'm just going to chop a couple of these trees down and see what it does. Now I'm also, I have some meat here. It's got 5 strength and 2 endurance. And if you want to learn a little bit more about cooking, go to the video as well. We can make roasted fruits now. So you see if I roast a blueberry, it comes up here and it's got some extra properties, including +1 food effect gift value, which is because of my character. And then meat on the bone, it's going to cook that and just add level 3 nutrition. It's going to add some nutrition so that I fill up a lot easier. I'm just going to hit N and drop off as many of these things as I can. If you hold right click here, you'll put all the stuff that you want away. We have a bill, and what I'm going to do is quickly show you, I'll just read these, what to do with that bill. And quickly, we picked some flowers there. Just want to show you our fertility is now at 17 because there is less total vegetation on our land. So I'm going to head over to town. We got some gold bars there. That's great. You can see the lockpicking book sold quite well. And that was just from that shrine. So those shrines can be really nice early. And I'm just running over here to this town, which is Mycelia. And this is usually where I go first to check quests and stuff like that. And this is the tax chest. And I'm going to put this in the tax chest like this. Cha-ching. And I just paid my taxes. Now, I'm going to actually move this widget so you guys can see it a little bit better. And I'm going to hit R on it. I do not need to see influence or home experience. I like weight. But the style, I'd like to have the background be a little different. There. Now, as you can see, we can just always see how much money we have, the gold bars. This will be just the information that we like. And if you ever want to change that, you just go back to widgets, and you're like, oh yeah, I don't really need to see my karma. At some point, I'm going to put karma back on there. I don't need to see it right now, though. Let's check out quests. There's some good ones here. So this guy wants us just to kill monsters. We're killing monsters. That's what we want to do. That's all that we can do, basically, right now. After looking at those other quests, there are some quests on here that are for cook me this. This person wants a fortune cookie. This person needs a cane. And this guy wants music points. If you're doing a music playthrough, you can start doing these quests. I'd recommend going to the orphanage and just playing there for a little while. And here's one of those farming quests I was talking about. It gives you orens plus the harvest amount. And this person just wants us to kill demons. But we do have one quest. 17 days to kill 19 creatures. That's great. We can do that.
We're out here killing creatures anyway. Oh, this is actually just killed us.
Quick. Drink a healing potion. Okay, so here's crawl up. I'm just going to keep playing from here. I could load, but I just want to show you guys. This is not a big deal at all. So I will not load so that you can see that that's no big deal at all. You can see I am pretty injured. I'm just going to rest. And you're going to die. That's just that. I'm going to die a whole bunch. Really experienced players are going to die a lot. That's the game. So don't take it to heart too much. If you've died and you're like, oh no, can't believe it. Now what do I do? That's the game. These rosewood trees we're going to get rid of, and the flowers you just want to sell before they get rotted. Okay, we're back out doing combat. We need to come out here and still kill a bunch of creatures. And one thing we actually should have done, which I'll go back and do quick, at the puppy cave, we did get a bunch of silk. We can use bark or we could use silk. You see, they have different healing properties. Silk has level 4 healing. Bed comfort also. That's really good. So we're going to craft some. And look, crafting 4 gave us 12. And now, when we're out and about, we have these level 4 healing bandages, which is better.
We got some more items, that's great. So now, when I'm using those bandages, they're going to be a lot better. And pretty soon here, after we kill 20 more creatures, I'm going to head to town.
If this game is overwhelming for you, when you first get in, say you do those starter quests, you don't really know what to do, set yourself up a goal. Like, hey, I really want to be a really good farmer. And look into the farming a little bit, and play the game like Stardew Valley, if you like. Or, you know what? I'd really like to make a town that other people can come and visit. You can certainly have that as a goal. And, it can look however you want. So, there's some pretty interesting ones. For sure. As you can see, we're doing pretty well against these creatures now. That's great. I do not know how far this playthrough will take us. But let's see how far we can get with a completely solo character.
And if you are interested, we found a big gap.
Here, we're not going to mess with him just yet. But later on, I'll be coming up, messing with him, stealthing, pickpocketing him. We want his stuff, right? If you are wondering, hey, how do I get good followers, or who is a good follower, there is a lot of answers online. He stole a tool from me. Here, buddy, give me that back. Oh, he stole a tool. Okay. What we got here? Altar of Earth. That's another thing you can worship. Oh, we were already here. Ooh. We're not going to mess with any evolved stuff just yet. And evolved just means when they die, they're going to give a gene. Again, on the followers, though, if you're looking for a good follower, there is a lot of answers online, but I would recommend also, having a balanced group. So I have a mod that just gives more information. And I'll just show my mods quick.
We went to the wrong spot. And subscribe items. Oh my gosh.
Subscribed items. This is what I have. I have better hover text. This is for selling eco posts so I don't break my wrist. Milk stats. It's good. You can see the stats. And then my auto act, and then my GAN extended display. Show these quickly. Okay. And those mods help me to... Normally when you mouse over a character you can't see anything. But because I have these mods, I mouse over and I can see at the top here, up there, it says Evolved Public Performer. I'm overmatched. He shows his work. It shows his spells that he uses. Okay? And it shows his defensive value, his speed, stuff, everything like that. Now, find a character whose spells are going to be appropriate for you, that you want. So, a good example, if you have a really good gunner. We completed that quest that we picked up from town now, and I did pick up a silver coin, and I've earned some fame, and that's what she's telling me about.
Okay, and we're just gonna use this. Good level. Nice. Okay.
98 of 100. Fame is just a way of measuring how strong the creatures are that you're fighting. And again, if you want to learn a little bit more about fame, head over to my other video, which I'll link in the description. You can also just go to my page. Bam! 100 of 100. Okay. That's what we wanted. There we go. We got 10 more platinum coins. We have 13 now. That's great. That's what we wanted. We'll go ahead and read these. You know, if you are interested in reading that kind of stuff, go right ahead. I have read quite a bit of it. Some of it's pretty good. It looks like we have some recipes we haven't done yet. I'm just going to cook this food. Now be careful, there is a chance of causing a fire here because you're not very good at cooking. So, oh, why is this not going up here? We'll go ahead and eat one of these. And if you light it on fire, just run away from it at this point. But it is worth noting, if it's in a house, so if you moved that into your house early on, you could light your whole house on fire. Just something I've never done before, of course, but you might accidentally do it. So, okay, now I'm gonna head over to that Tinker's Camp again because I have all these coins that I wanted. And the first thing that I had talked about originally, and you'll go to this trainer way over here and hit train me, and these are skills that you can purchase, which I'm going to purchase weightlifting, and I'm going to purchase appraising, and give them each a coin extra, which is an experience modifier. Now, as I'm running around, these question marks that are in here will turn into identification. But if I needed to identify an item pronto, you can just always take it here, and for a small fee, you can go ahead and do that. Now, again, I got the shipping container here. Wow, I'm gonna send this shirt back home. And these scholars will sell stuff that you can use for your towns. So these are policies that you can enact in your town. Which we can also go back to this guy. And he has some policy stuff too, or some stuff that you can buy with the... we don't need loom. I could use furnace. Cauldron, that'd be a good one. get going nice and early. Machine table we'll need at some point. I don't think we really need any of this, actually. Was that a cassette? Yes. Okay, let's run back, see if we level it, or unveil any of this stuff on our way. We got a tax bill of 500 orens. Oh, we must be making some money. So we got this Dole Chance. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read this just to start leveling up my... Oh, I don't have it yet, actually. But for the mage quest, there's a reading skill, literacy. But for my mage quest, I know I need to read stuff. So I'm just going to read them. They're going to do weird things to me at first. That confused me a lot. That teleported me. Okay, we were able to read one. And we'll sell the excess stuff that we don't need. We don't need levitate. Identify is great. Teleport we don't need. Evacuation's excellent. We got another evacuation one here. An acid-proof liquid, we can just sell that. Salt water we don't need. We have this strange silver coin. And then this silk robe may be identified also as we're running around. We'll see. We'll just wait for these things to rot in my inventory. So, now you get to this point and you're like, whoa, okay, now what? I'm going to go pay my taxes. And that's the goal at the start of the game. Is kind of just paying your taxes and doing some quests. Here's actually some more vases. Get him out of the way. You just attack the vases when you're in town. Helpful. So we're just going to look, see if they have any other quests for us. If they don't at the moment, that's fine.
We'll pay our bill. We have a level 3 floating eye. See if we live.
Bam. Alright, so we did get a card. It does say raises tourism value, also a figurine. And we got a couple, or another piece of equipment that will... I think it's a good thing to do, to go to your journal, go to your card codex, and do auto-collect cards and collect cards from backpack. So this is going to automatically collect these cards as you're getting them, and what they do is they will discover weak spots. They'll give you bonuses to the loot that you get from killing that specific creature. Pretty good just to collect them instead of sell them. I didn't know that my first time playing. Oh, and this is great. This is a basalt stone. We got a basalt stone out of that. That's really good. The hardness on the basalt stone, you'll see, is 52. That's a really good early hardness because we need a hard stone to make a pickaxe out of, because it takes into account how hard the materials are that you're using. They gave us another bill. A bunch of jerks. Okay, this guy actually wants a meat meal, so we'll just give it to him because it's going to give us more platinum coins and more gold bars as we're completing these quests. This we sent to ourselves, if you remember, and that just gives me more storage material, or storage. You can see. Now we'll pick up a whole bunch of stuff, and that's just fine. Hit N just to make sure we're dropping all our crap. And the junk stone we'll keep, tools we'll keep, just random stuff like that you kind of want to keep. Okay, We'll use the scroll of identify for this robe. Look at that. We got some mind resistance. That's DV9. This is DV12. See? DV right under. It says cotton robe, silk robe.
That'll help us out. Just 1 second here.
Okay. Has our stuff grown yet? Not quite. Oh, this tomato is grows 3 of 3 though. So we'll just collect all the tomatoes. That's great. We have pasture growth +4. Cool. We actually let that go too long. That's all right. And really, these mushrooms we want to keep an eye on. But the tomatoes are good. Gives us some charisma, some magic potency, perception potency. Okay, well, let's go back to the puppy cave and just do a little bit more whooping up on stuff.
You get away with something? Ow! So, we'll go ahead and sleep. That'll also save. We were pretty exhausted anyway. And then collect all the cobwebs you see. Again, those turn into, and we found another torch. We don't necessarily need it, but I'll sell it. Ow! Okay.
We got an altar of earth here. That is not the first god that I want to do. I want to do luck first. Each god gives you both a follower and a weapon. The follower comes first, I believe. Oh, this is actually going to kill me. Yep. The follower comes first, and then the weapon comes later. And that's as you level up. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to load this, come right back in where I was.
Checking over the stones that I'm walking through. Ow! 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 I saved it closer this time. Yeah. These little guys are absolutely crushing it.
Maybe we just go downstairs. Try to get lucky. Got a scorpion. Petite. We'll go ahead and turn this on. There we go. And rods are good to keep. As you're walking through, you'll identify them. Okay.
At some point, you can, if you walk up, you can identify those traps. Like I said, we have spiderwebs up here again. Go ahead and save it. We'll see if we can finish this again. Can't quite get that yet, but look, more spiderwebs, super helpful. Oh, we got blade. This guy's actually probably going to kill us. I didn't spend a whole lot of time just leveling up in my base, so that is something that I should probably explore on the next episode.
There we go. We got a wooden girdle. We got a blessed potion of paralysis. And you see, as we're walking through, we're now identifying stuff. So I got a rod of identify. I can just use that and just identify stuff in my inventory. Rod of Deathbolt, not as useful in my opinion, but look, we actually got a helmet with perception and the trick of disarming traps, which is great. Our first yellow item. The two-handed we are not using, and I think it is worth noting, if you're running around and you can't find two-handed weapons, it's because the weapon that you're using if you just have it in one hand, I'm now using two-handed. So that's how this game works. If your other hand is empty, you're using two-handed. Now, it doesn't work that way with short swords, that's a kind of a bad example. But if you're using a long sword and you just have a sword equipped, you are using a two-handed longsword. And if you guys ever want to catch me live, currently, I'm usually just live on Mondays, so I'll be live this next Monday. And then whatever random other times, basically. But, you know, I have a full-time job and everything, so it's difficult to get on here often, but I do just really like this game, so we'll back up a little bit. This guy might take a little bit. We'll go ahead and kill him. Okay, we want to back up a little more so that the other guy can't shoot us. And here we go, we're leveling our strategy, we're just leveling a bunch of stuff. Look, this guy's paralyzing us, which is a huge pain in the butt. Look at this. Just free levels. I know it might look irritating to you, but to me that's just money right there. Look, we got our dual wield up to level 7 already. Because of that one friggin' monster.
Okay, did I uncover this whole thing? Oh no, we have some stuff up here. Is that everything? Oh no, not here, okay. I was like, where is the exit?
There we are. Okay, here is the boss. We should be able to kill this. Let's kill that first. Nice. We got the boss. So, my suggestion is, when you're first starting out like this, keep coming down to the puppy cave. And I think later on, we will get something for that. We'll just go ahead and use our evacuation scroll. And we have officially gotten to the spot where we are kind of self-sufficient. We're running around, we're getting some loot. I've kind of figured out what I want my character to be. Okay, we've started making some money. I'm going to keep this Rod of Identify. Rod of Slow is so good for later. We're going to hold on to that. We've figured out kind of what we want to be selling, which that can't be sold. We don't want an ally though. And we kind of figured out just some of the basic other stuff that we're running into. Most of the seasonings and everything you want to save. We figured out how to pay taxes this time. And I guess what I'll do is, if there's anything specifically you would like to see in the next episode, just let me know. And otherwise, we are going to stop here for this one. And I look forward to getting through to the next episode of Play. I'm Debunk. You can catch me on Mondays on Twitch. And otherwise, I'll be uploading this as I can. Okay? Thanks for coming and hanging out with me today.